Good evening, it's your favourite time of the week and ours. I want to say ours. It's Steve Shanyatski and Ian Cheeseman. Welcome to the Wednesday Club.
My favourite time of the week.
You love it.
Apart from Sunday morning and I wake up and I got no gigs on.
Oh, is that your favourite time of the week?
Yeah, the second favourite. This is my favourite now.
Steve, welcome
it's the
back.
Wednesday Club, mate.
He's still going on, isn't he? Yeah. Steve, welcome back.
Thank you.
Your little rant did wonders for us on social media. It was about Manchester United getting beat. I'm sure Ian, you had some messages about that.
I had loads of that circulated everywhere among the City fans.
It was more popular with City fans than United fans.
If you missed it, head to our social media at XS Manchester. If it's your first time for the Wednesday Club, we just get around a table and talk about football and have a bit more of a laugh than normal shows because we're allowed to. It's Wednesday. It's the middle of the week. It's time we have a bit of a chuckle. It's an Easter special today. It is an Easter special.
He's got lots to look forward to on Wednesdays, by the way. Next Wednesday. He's got Curry to look forward to. Oh, we're going to Anfield.
And let's just keep that to next Wednesday, all right? That will be coming up next Wednesday. Exciting times. Champions League is back. But yeah, Easter special as Easter Sunday is on its way. Excellent. Well, here we go, Ian. You've started us off. What we want from you listening now...
The yoke's on you tonight, Joe.
Ian, you're ruining what I'm about to say. We want you to come up with football Easter puns. They can be egg-tastic. They can be whatever you want. Get the word bunny in there. I don't know what else you can get in there, but we want egg puns, Easter egg puns,
this is
Easter
what Steve's
puns.
Act is, isn't it?
For football players, though. Football players only. You can do a football manager if you want, throw a couple in there, but we want egg football puns, Easter football puns. Ian normally Googles it towards 10 minutes towards the back of the show, so you can start now if you want, Ian.
Egginson.
We're going to be we're going to be adding them to a big list and read them out towards the back of the show. So if you've got any, text us 87711. Make sure you leave your name so we can give you credit for it. If it's rubbish, you can leave out your name. Before we get on to our Easter egg hunt, I thought we'd do a little international chat.
Because it's international break time.
It's international break
from
time.
Enjoyable football time.
The games have finished now.
Thank goodness.
It's a case of looking at the games and seeing if any of your big players got injured, but I feel like, are we all scape-free?
Did you go to Amsterdam at all?
No,
did you not?
Ian was leading the way.
Go and see all your lady friends in Amsterdam, Ian.
I wasn't one of the 100 arrests over there, no.
I feel like the Manchester clubs got off pretty lightly. I don't think anyone picked up
Sounds like everybody was injury-free. I mean,
massive
they only go through the motions anyway, don't they?
Yeah.
So.
England, obviously, it was a decent game last night. Wembley, 1-1.
Stones didn't have a great game. He didn't have a particularly good game. There was a few moments there he looked a bit dodge.
I'm not going to pretend to watch the games, but I did hear that he'd made a slip, and I was listening to a little bit of commentary as I was driving home last night from Forever Blue, and it didn't sound like he was absolutely on it then either, to be honest. But listen, the friendlies...
Yeah.
I mean... Argentina got beat 6-1. When it comes to the
David De Gea got an assist.
Do you really think that's going to happen?
David De Gea got an assist.
Yeah, well, one of the key reasons is that there's a video going around of, like you say, Argentina got beat 6-1, and there's a video going around of Messi sat in the box watching
he looks like
the game.
He goes and gets a butty or something.
When the sixth goal goes in, he walks off in a bit of a strop and goes to do whatever else. But then you think, that Messi, if he's on the pitch, that's a game changer altogether. So you can't take much from these friendlies. All you can say for maybe Steve as a United fan is Jesse Lingard made a positive impact on the squad. Scoring one and making the assist.
I tell you what, I was thinking about this this afternoon, is that I'm actually a little bit more excited for England in the World Cup than I have been for any of the tournaments, the last 2 or 3 tournaments. Because previously we've been such divas and such passionless, like we're supposed to adore them, and they've just been appallingly bad. Like the Euros was embarrassing. Do you know what I mean? And it feels like the pressure's off a little bit. You know what I mean?
Expectations.
And I feel that's just more positive for watching them as a fan. I need to reignite this England thing, because for me it's like when you finally know when you've fallen out of, like, a girlfriend or something.
You were going to go that route then with that analogy.
You know what I mean? When we lost against Iceland, it just felt like, when you're a teenager and you're going out with someone from school and you get to that point and you just think, I just don't like you anymore. It got to that point. It felt like that. It felt like I was just... And I haven't managed to rekindle that love at all for him yet. And it's really just something that's dead. It's inert. It's inert inside me. at the moment.
Do you, Ian? I know your thoughts on international breaks. You just want to get to watching City, but when the World Cup will come around, will there be excitement for you?
I've just booked a holiday. I'm away 3 weeks of the 4 weeks at the World Cup. I won't be watching a minute of it. I think I see the opening game and then the final. Either end of my holiday, so I won't be following much of it in
Do
the
you
summer.
go on holiday and just meet all different cheesemans around the world?
A Cheeseman Festival would be wonderful. We should set that up, Steve, and just gather them all in total. That'd be great. Right, are you ready for our Easter hunt? What is this?
This is different music.
It's nice.
This is the real music.
The other music's to come, don't worry.
Right.
This is my Easter music, apparently, according to producer James. So... Let me just figure out what I'm doing. Right.
Vibe-wise, this music's like it's very chilled out, like Littlest Hobo type stuff, isn't it?
You're going to be in hunt all this episode till 7 o'clock for a player. Right?
Yeah,
okay.
not a player like Ian.
Not a
ladies'
player
player.
like
The
you.
surname we're looking
actual
for, or
player.
the first name, because Steve struggles with that.
The surname, please.
With all names.
We're looking for a player. You're going to
All
get
names.
5 clues throughout the show. Play along at home, okay? They're going to be hard, these clues, so you need to read into them as much as you can.
I think laterally.
Yes. So, if you can...
Okay.
If you've not got any pen and paper in front of you, get your phones out and make a note, because what you're going to do is you're going to jot down... Oh, you've got pen and paper.
Pen and paper,
You're going to jot down your first clue when you hear... Your first guess when you hear this clue. Are you ready for your first clue?
Ready? I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Always believe in your soul.
That was clue.
Spandau Ballet and
One.
Tchaikovsky.
Don't let any... Are you ready? Do you want to hear it again? Here's your first clue.
Always believe in your soul.
So...
The other
Difficult, isn't it?
The other thing is
Difficult.
he's singing Gold, and the other thing the other Tchaikovsky tune is famous for is for The Apprentice, isn't it? So that's the other angle to that, mate.
Thanks for helping me in case I didn't know.
I think you're barking down the wrong tree, but there you go. If you have your first guess, get them down, jot them down. We'll be giving you a second guess before the next break. So if you're playing at home, 87711. Also get your egg puns in. Thick and fast. Tried to create a pun then in my head, but didn't.
Thick and fast is almost an egg-based pun, but...
As the weeks go on, Steve, and you will sit next to Ian Cheeseman.
Closer.
Closer
He moves
and closer.
every week.
The talking point now...
He's going to start moving away when the derby comes, isn't he? Eh?
Well, this is what the talking point now on my piece of paper says. City closer to winning the league. It's inevitable, Steve, but as a United fan, when that happens, what will be going through your head? Will you congratulate Ian?
Well, like when someone's nominated for an Oscar and they don't win it, and they sit there and they sort of pretend to smile, but they're such bad actors that you know deep down they're seething with rage, and they think it's all a fix. That is the look I'm going to be giving you, mate. That
Brilliant.
seething
I look forward to that.
rage through gritted, smiling white teeth, mate.
You know it's going to happen, though, Steve. You know City are going to win the league. So is there any preparation ahead of that?
Because what was it, about a month and a half ago, we were saying, well, there's still a chance if this happens and
You
that
were
happens.
saying that,
I was saying that. And I was chatting to Joe, but realistically that died about a month ago. But also, and I've said before, when City played United completely off the pitch and humiliated, it died for me then as well. And that was the end of the season for me.
How many of these
then.
girlfriends are you getting rid of now?
I know he's yeah. Round the block, Steve. So, is there preparation for you? Have you going to block any of your City fans on friends on Facebook? Is there a time where you will just sort of go in hiding for a couple of weeks?
My next door neighbour's a City fan, and sometimes I watch the football. When there's a derby on, he was watching next door, but I was watching it through my iPad because I didn't have Sky then. But I watched it through my mum's Sky, and he was like 2 minutes in advance, and I could hear him shouting and screaming when it's just horrific. So so I'll just be blocking him, mate.
Okay.
When he puts his bin out on a Wednesday, nice and early before he goes to work, I'm going to pull it back in. So he's going to go to work and go, why didn't they empty the grey bin? What's going on? I've got all this maggoty mess for another week. Yeah, you have, mate.
The bigger question I want to know, right, is, first of all, it could be Derby Day.
Derby
Could be
Day.
Derby
April
Day.
something, isn't it? That?
It's
Yeah,
next-
that's
It's
true.
not
It's
far
next home
away.
game. Has it not occurred to you that?
Yeah.
City could win the league by beating United on Derby Day.
That's painful.
That's been blocked out of your head, that.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, who are you going to support when Liverpool and City
That was
play?
my next question. The Champions League quarterfinals, City against Liverpool. Who are you supporting, Steve?
Who does he want to win least?
Can't I watch it as a neutral? Because I tell you what, I was thinking about this because people have been talking about this a lot. Quantifiably, it's difficult to differentiate, but I think...
There's a lot of big words in that.
I think United, a lot of syllables, not so much clever words, but...
I didn't say clever.
I think a lot of words, a lot of syllables. Is that United fans just hate Liverpool that little bit more than they do City? Or maybe even a lot more. But
yeah.
I think I'll be... If I had to pick, then I'd be supporting the blue, whatever you call yourself.
If it's any consolation,
the blue Moonies or whatever you say.
If it was Liverpool against United in the semis, it wouldn't be as hard for us. We'd support Liverpool.
Right.
That is true. It's a difficult one. 87711. Get your egg-based puns in. As we're talking about egg football puns. Ian, the question to you then is: I've asked Steve whether he's preparing himself for defeat. As a City fan, it is inevitable that the league will be coming into your hands. Is there any preparation for victory?
No, not really. It's been coming, but City fans, we've mentioned this before. Stoke away, which was the last game, was the first time that the City fans actually sang "We're going to win the league," and that's part of the personality of City fans because of all the failure that we've had over all these years. Not counting and this is perfect for tonight, eggs. Not putting all your eggs in. Not counting your eggs before they're hatched or whatever you want to say. Right?
I don't get it.
So therefore, nothing's assumed, and actually. I'm not even...
Yeah, are you still at this point telling me that you don't think you're going to...
No, City are going to win the league, but what they might not do is win the league against United, which is what it's all been building up to, because they play Everton at the weekend, which itself is a challenging game for City. The record there isn't the best. Then they've got the 2 Liverpool games either side of the derby. There's plenty of time to win the league whenever that comes along.
Yeah.
So it might be that City put the reserves out against the Reds. Let them have that one, let them have the little bit of a smile and think they're the best team in Manchester, and then just take the title a bit later.
What do you want to happen, Ian? As a City fan, how do you want it playing out?
Well, I have to say that the priority, and not every City fan will agree with me on this one, is the 2 Liverpool games. I'd love to see City march on into the semi-finals of the Champions League, and although I grew up in the era of Bell, Lee, Summerby, and therefore in those days, Bell, Lee, Summerby, Oakes, Doyle, the lot would have played in every single game. They've had 3 weeks. Okay, I know there's been some international games, but they've been played at a canter. They've effectively had 3 weeks rest, most of these players. Go for it. Just go for it against Everton, against Liverpool, against United. And it is a Manchester derby, and it does matter, and City fans do care, and they don't want to just see the game dismissed as a derby. And you want bragging rights, and it would be the ultimate bragging right to win the derby and win the league that day, wouldn't it?
It would be it would be one that would never be forgotten for City and United fans, you can imagine, and you'd worry that how does United one up City off that, because there's no better way of winning the league than against your rivals in a Manchester derby. The stakes will be so high that if it does happen, then what a week of football socials we're going to have here on XS Manchester. Steve, looking at
the
champion, how are you doing? You well?
Yeah.
Are you even more upset now that United aren't in the draw for
not in anything
the quarterfinals?
We've got the FA Cup. We've got FA Cup.
Then that's what I was going to ask, because we haven't seen you since the FA Cup Cup win. Wembley bound, semi-finals. You can speak about what City are going to win.
I know I ranted on, and I'm not going to do it again this time, but it was the thing that upset me the most about the way we flopped out of the Champions League was all the effort we put into getting into the Champions League by winning that ridiculous Europa Cup thing the year before, and then we just flopsied out of the once you get to the quarters and the semi, and once you get to the quarters, there's a chance. You know what I mean? There's a chance things can happen. I said it before. And I still find it. I still think about it in disbelief. I really do. Just the way that we've
if
flopped
City had
out.
gone out to Seville, I'd be really upset too.
Yeah, they're
they
not
go out
great.
to Real Madrid,
They're
they go
really
out to
not
Barca, and even Liverpool to a certain extent.
Yeah.
It's not quite as bad as if you go out to something like Seville. And what would have made it worse for me, if I was a United fan, is Mourinho sort of playing it down or whatever tactics he was using afterwards. Which seemed bizarre to me. I mean, he should have been admitting that it was hurting him, it was hurting the fans, and they were going to put it right next season. That's what I would have wanted to hear as a United fan.
Yeah, well, how can we one up you? Is that the question? It's it's difficult because the great United squad is clearly that's been and gone. And how are we going to beat this City team is the next big plan. And they're going to. You'd have to look at a big 2-3 year plan to beat City at the moment because they are clicking together like a true great team, and we've got players that are falling out. We've got our managers slagging off Luke Shaw and Pogba and this. How is that positive? How is that a creative? I know we've had some great developments. So Lingard. The tragic thing is because of the way Mourinho deals with his players, and we used to have the siege mentality with Sir Alex, whereas now he slags them all off and all that. Had no player developed, then we could say that you're out of order, this doesn't work, pack it in. But because of Lingard and Young, who developed clearly so well this season, we can't quite say that you can't slag players off like that. So unfortunately, he's still left to this bizarre. I think it's bizarre the way he slags fans off. We've got to have a 2-3 year plan together to beat City, I think.
Well, time will tell, and the Football Social will be here with you. It is Easter special, of course, on the Wednesday Club. My lovely Easter music. Don't worry, the old music will be coming back. Right, so you had clue 1.
Oh, here we go.
Have you written a guess?
The first one.
Can I have a look at your guesses?
Yeah.
Oh, I've not written a guess down.
That's what I just said. Have you done a guess?
No, I was chatting. Sorry, I've not written down. But
You've not written a guess down?
Well,
What are you showing me a blank piece of paper for if you've not written a guess down?
I've just say there's a name there. Well, yeah.
Right, okay. I can tell you none of
So he's
you
got it wrong.
None of you are correct with your guesses.
No, clearly not.
So are you ready for guess number 2? Even trickier. Are you ready? Pay full attention to the words he says.
Today I'm going to show you how to make classic retro with 3D glasses. The things that you're going to need: 2 Sharpies, 1 red and 1 blue.
2 Sharpies, 1 red and 1 blue.
Okay, should we play that again without taking the mic?
Today I'm going to show you how to make classic retro with 3D glasses. The things that you're going to need: 2 Sharpies, 1 red and 1 blue.
Dude, someone talks like that and you can't take the mic. Are you serious? If he was in it now, I'd be like, mate, what are you doing? I just want to buy a Sharpie.
Can you write down your second clue, please?
Okay.
If any of you are playing at home.
I mean, answer.
Yeah, your second answer. Write down. It gets easier, I promise, but they were the 2 tricky clues. Okay, put that down. Okay, hands down. Right. This is the weirdest
Is this
music ever.
music the clue?
Yeah, it is kind of. Right. Are you ready for clue
Can't wait.
number 3?
New age French movie.
Ready for clue number 3?
Music, this is. Yep, ready.
Take me down through the streets of Chinatown.
That was clue number 3. Should we have it again?
Take me down through the streets of Chinatown.
So, there we go. That was Liam Gallagher with a bit of Chinatown. You're looking confused.
Yeah. That's really confused me.
You'll get one more clue in this section before we go on to the final clue, which is one of the easiest clues, to be fair, so it might give it away. But one more time.
Take me down through the streets of Chinatown.
There we go.
It's like me in an Uber, that.
Okay, so are we ready for another game? I've not even got my music ready.
Come on, get the music. We'll have to make it up otherwise.
I'm just dead Can you do a good...
That's what I was trying to do, actually.
Right, so this is the losses game. We talk a lot of positive things about who scored the most goals, who's won the most, etc., etc., who's won the most trophies. Now it's time to look at the Premier League history and ask you who has lost the most games in Premier League. I'm going to give you 2 teams. I'm going to go from Steve to Ian, and you've got to tell me who has lost the most.
Newcastle.
Team A or Team B. Right, are you ready?
Yeah,
Steve?
Yeah, I'm ready, mate. Lost.
Arsenal
Yeah.
or Leicester City?
Oh, Arsenal.
Arsenal's lost the most?
Yeah.
You are correct. 200 losses for Arsenal. Leicester City are 184.
It's close-ish, but yeah.
Ian Cheeseman. Manchester City or Liverpool? Who's lost the most in the Premier League?
It's got to be...
I'd have to go for City.
Yeah,
You
of
have
course you would.
City?
Rubbish.
Yes, you are
mate.
correct.
Until this year, they've been terrible.
City with 256 losses, Liverpool with 245. Right now, Steve, West Ham
Ooh. Struggling, going to go down this
Newcastle.
year. Looking forward to that. Go
or
on.
Aston Villa?
Villa. I'm going to say Villa.
You're going to say Villa?
I'm going to say Villa.
No. Second highest in the table for the losses.
Really?
They've lost 346 times. We'll get to who's number one.
That's Villa or West Ham.
That's West Ham.
West
West
Ham.
Ham lost 346 times. Over to you, Ian. Sunderland or Newcastle? Ooh, bit of a derby there.
a derby
Who has
up
lost the most in the Premier League?
I think I'd have to say Newcastle.
I-
You're going to go
Yeah.
Newcastle? You are correct, taking the lead.
I have the feeling that Newcastle are like the highest ever to have lost in the Premiership. Is that it, right?
I can tell you that is wrong.
Point off him.
We're going to...
What time
his point off him now.
wrong?
Well, it might be in a question.
Oh, yeah,
now.
okay.
Yeah, that's going to
Okay.
be the bonus question.
Oh, right, okay.
Steve, Arsenal or
Again.
Manchester United, who have lost the most?
Oh, I'm going to say Arsenal.
You're going to say Arsenal?
Yeah, because I don't want to say United.
You are correct. Final one for Ian before we go to our bonus one. Southampton or Blackburn Rovers?
Ooh.
Who's lost the most?
I'll have to say Southampton, I think.
Ian for the win. Correct. Wins it. Right now,
I
here's
hate
the bonus
losing.
question. You can win it off this one. I'll give you the win if you get it.
You can't give him the win.
Yeah, the whole
behind
thing.
me, what are you talking
the whole
about?
thing is
I have
thrown in.
not told you the team, so imagine all the teams have said I've not given you the
Most
club who's
Yeah.
lost the
Okay,
most.
okay.
You'll get one guess each.
Yeah.
The club that has lost the most in the Premier League history. Now, let me tell you first of all, it is a surprising one. That's the only clue I'm going to give you. You got about 10 seconds to think, then I want your answers.
Okay, I'm thinking, you see.
Steve, because you lost, you're going to go first. Give me the club you think has lost the most in the Premier League.
And we haven't mentioned this team already.
We haven't mentioned this team.
Oh, I'm going to have to just say... I have to say Chelsea, really. What?
Chelsea. Bit out
I'm
the
going to
blue.
go for Everton.
Everton, that's a good one.
Ian Cheeseman. Spot on there with Everton. Would
up.
you believe it?
Shut the front door.
349 losses for Everton. They are top of the league, and I don't know how you got that one.
How did you get that?
16 points clear now, Anna.
That was unbelievable.
We're sat amongst genius.
I know, I don't really know what happened there.
Data.
Well done.
Is this new music again?
No, this is the Easter one.
This is the looking for your
didn't
puppy in the
recognise
garden
it.
music
We're on
again.
an Easter hunt, all right, just chill. Oh, by the way, we're still wanting your submissions for Easter football puns. Let's get them in, 87711. The Morley brothers have been on fire, and we're going to read them out towards the back end of the show. Right, so the last clue I gave you for our Easter hunt, now if you're just tuning in, we are looking for a player in our Easter hunt. We have given out clues all show, and this was the last one.
Take me down through the streets of Chinatown.
Could be a bit misleading, that one. And
Don't
this...
follow sat now. Take that route, mate.
This is going to be your fourth one. So that is the Mario Brothers theme song. Oh, do you know what? You close.
Right, am I right?
Close. No. Close.
That's a no, but that's too easy, that one.
You've both got the same
I spelled it wrong.
We
I
both
know
got
I
the
have.
same answer.
Yeah.
What have you put down?
We must
Mario
have
Balotelli.
Balotelli. We just picked up Mario.
That is wrong, unfortunately. I just like that. Sorry, I got a bit carried away. You've got one more clue, and you've got to get it right in the next clue. Think about every single thing, every single clue. Think maybe about the lyrics of the last one, the Chinatown one. Think maybe about Mario,
Yeah.
where he's from. We're coming to the end of our Easter egg
Yeah,
hunt.
here we go.
I can tell you in the
exciting.
studio we do have a correct answer, but it's not from anyone on the air.
It's a strange man in the studio.
Strange man in the studio.
Cheeseman's random mate in the corner he brings in to make
Yeah.
me feel extra uncomfortable.
This is your final clue. Okay, now listen carefully. Your final clue to get it right, and then I want your guesses. Here we go.
Rio Ferdinand and Ryan Giggs will lift the UEFA Champions League trophy in Moscow tonight.
Russia with love.
Want it one more time? One
No,
more
no,
time?
we don't need the clue. It's just, we're puzzled, aren't we?
Yeah.
So, what did
don't
you...
know.
Right, I've got an answer for you.
No, any
Write it down, write it
All
down.
right. I don't want him to see it.
Write it down. Write down your answer,
He's been
Steve.
Googling, by the way.
Steve,
We've
write
got
down
video
your
evidence of
answer.
that.
I was Googling other stuff. Your family's address.
Can I have your answers one at a time? Steve,
Oh.
please tell me who you think it is.
This is including everything.
Yeah, including everything. Who is it?
The closest thing I got, I thought, was Tevez because of the red and blue.
Ian Cheeseman?
Right, my final answer is, on the same logic with the Russia from Love bit, Andrei Kanchelskis.
Andre Konchelsky.
good one.
So, Steve, you've gone with
That's a good-
Tevez and Konchelsky. Right, so let's just do a little recap of what we got.
I don't know if all the other clues, by the way, fit into all this.
So here we go. Gold
Red herring, that mate.
and The Apprentice music. Now this
That's a red herring as well,
happens
that
to
one.
be related to West Ham.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, we worked
Tom
that
Brady
out.
being in charge of the CEO of West Ham. So this player played for West Ham. Does that make sense?
It is.
Stop
Tevez.
talking. Stop talking.
I did think about
I'm
it.
Oh
right,
yeah,
I'm
stop
right, go on.
talking. Then the next clue.
I'm going to show you how to make classic retro with 3D glasses. The things that you're going to need: 2 Sharpies, 1 red and 1 blue.
One red and one blue, related to the fact that this man played for a team in red and in blue.
Take me down through the streets of Chinatown.
This man also went
went to
on.
China.
This
Yeah.
also
he went to
man
China.
went on to play for China as well as playing for a club in Italy.
This is fantastic, mate.
You won one. Well
This is-
done.
but let me explain my logic as we go through.
And
There
then
was no logic.
the final clue, which gives you your player this evening.
Rio Ferdinand and Ryan Giggs will lift the UEFA Champions League trophy in Moscow tonight.
From Russia with Love, the 2008 Champions League final in Moscow, where Manchester United beat Chelsea, and the first player to score their penalty for United was Steve.
Tevez.
Tevez!
Yes! Now, let me
Well
just say,
done, Steve.
I saw Tevez score again. He was playing for West Ham, and it was like the last game of the season or something, and United were going to come back and show us the trophy, and I was at Old Trafford, and they lost 1-0, and Tevez scored the goal. Then Tevez came to United, then Tevez went to City, then Tevez went to China, so it all made sense. The last bit, I had absolutely no idea what that was about.
Right, so well done,
The Chel-
Steve.
the Russian-
Now, before we leave you, I just have to do some...
By the way, I just want to say that
Take
in
him a
my,
top off and
I
throw it
went
around
for
the room.
Brian Kidd as my second answer, and the only reason I didn't go for Carlos Tevez was because he put it down. And I thought, I'm not putting that down, it's too obvious.
Right, so let's go through the Easter football puns. The Morley brothers have gone for Mars Bender. Marcus Rolo is also gone for John Terry's Chocolate Orange. We've got another one here.
That's
I
I got
One of them, eh?
Phil Jagielka.
Phil Jagielka is
Alexis Sanchez.
a what?
Alexis Sanchez.
I like that one.
Alexis.
This one is Egin Dzeko.
Nice.
Hey, you like that one?
And here's one for you. The angel Gabriel rolled the stone away, didn't she, or something, and revealed Jesus. So Gabriel Jesus, of course, is the most Easter-themed football player in the world.
And
what about Angel Di Maria?
Don't know him, mate.
Cadbury's Raheem
Never
Sterling.
heard of him.
The reason, right, thank you, it's been a mad show. Just quizzes galore. We've only about 20 seconds left. We've got to go because Matt White's up next with some music from Kasabian, Jake Bugg, a bit of Faith No More, the Vaccines Still Here, the Libertines.
Is he related to Dulux, by the way, Matt White?
Yeah, and on that note, we've been the Wednesday Club. Download the podcast, follow Excess Manager on Twitter and Facebook, and we'll be back next week.
The Excess